everyone. Welcome to the Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Heeb, and I can't thank you enough for listening in. Each episode, I will discuss a new tip or trick that will help you to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. If you're ready to find your productivity rhythm, relieve stress, and meet your goals faster, then this is the podcast for you. This podcast is sponsored by Your Choice Concierge, created to make your life easier by providing flexible, hourly, personal, and professional assistance. Let us handle your busy tasks so you can focus on what's important. You can learn more about Your Choice Concierge by clicking the link in the description. This week's episode is all about professional tasks that can be easily delegated or outsourced. The top reason people delegate is pretty obvious. It's to save time. But did you know that delegating has other benefits? One of the benefits is that the person or people that take over your tasks will learn and develop new skills. And typically, this will motivate them to work harder and become more engaged and excited about what they're doing. Another benefit is that it lets you focus on more important items that you may be putting off. It's time to stop procrastinating. Delegating will also free up your mind so you can develop new ideas or discover ways to improve and or grow your business. I'll be the first to admit that delegating isn't always easy. It definitely comes more naturally to some people, while others struggle with letting go. The main reason people hesitate to delegate is fear that the task won't be done right. And it's definitely okay to monitor the work that is done in the beginning to make sure mistakes aren't made, or if mistakes are made, that they're corrected. Just make sure that monitoring doesn't turn into a long term thing. At that point, it becomes micromanaging, which doesn't save you time at all. Another reason people won't delegate is because they think that it's easier and or quicker to just handle the task themselves. While this may be somewhat true in the short term, it's important to look at the long term benefits in the situation. Of course, it may take you a little longer to show someone how to do it than to actually complete the task. Let's be realistic. There's always a learning curve. But after taking a little extra time to train that person, that task is no longer yours to complete, ever. That's time you get back every time the other person completes that task for you. There are steps you can take to make delegation as smooth as possible. My first suggestion is documenting clear instructions. The more details you can document, the easier it will be for someone to take over your task confidently. This will also be a useful tool for the person taking over if they have any questions or need to refresh themselves on what needs to be done. The document will keep them from asking you and taking up more of your time. Another must when delegating is clear communication. That includes communicating what the task is, your expectations, and preferences for how the task or task should be completed. The more clear you are from the very beginning, the easier the entire process will be. Now, on to the good stuff. Let's discuss some specific professional tasks that are easy to delegate or outsource. Your repetitive tasks are the best ones to start with. Things like posting on social media, running errands, running reports, sourcing leads or potential customers, entering payments or following up on unpaid invoices, entering expenses, ordering supplies, and the list goes on. Other things you can delegate with more ease include tedious tasks that you don't enjoy but have to be done. These tasks are typically simple and don't require a lot of brain power. This includes things like deleting junk emails from your inbox, opening and sorting your mail, filing paperwork, or transcribing messages, just to name a few. There are also things you can delegate on an as needed basis. Some examples of as needed or project based tasks include creating presentations, creating meeting agendas, sending personalized or handwritten notes or cards, or even ordering gifts. There are tons of other things that can be delegated, but I wanted to start with some examples that are easier to transition to someone else that aren't overly complicated. Be aware though, There are some things that you should avoid delegating. For example, any one time or non repetitive task that would take hours to explain, but less than an hour for you to do yourself. Or any task that would require you to share information that must remain confidential. And lastly, any tasks that require a degree of risk and or decision making that could cause big problems in your business if it's done incorrectly. If you're still not sure delegating will be beneficial, take my advice and start small by delegating one thing at a time. Once you get started, you'll see the benefits and it will make you more comfortable delegating other things on your to-do list. When in doubt, just remember that trying to do everything yourself can lead to exhaustion, burnout, poor quality of work, missed deadlines, and many other negative consequences. That's all for this week's episode of Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers. Be sure to check back soon if you want to hear my tips and tricks for delegating or outsourcing your personal tasks. If you want to learn more about things you can easily delegate or outsource professionally, have feedback about this episode, or a specific topic you'd like to hear about in the future, please email me at info@yourchoice-concierge.com. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you also subscribe to the Your Choice Concierge YouTube channel, where you can find some examples of the tips and tricks I discuss on the show. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stephanie Heeb, and I hope you'll join me next time for more tips and tricks to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. Have you considered starting your own podcast but haven't had the time? Check out Buzzsprout. They make launching and managing your podcast effortless. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can. Clicking the Buzzsprout link in the description will let them know we sent you and get you a $20 Amazon gift card if you decide to sign up for a paid plan. Thanks again to our sponsor, Your Choice Concierge. Until next time, productive people.